Hi friends, this is Suzy, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3004 in Candy Crush Saga, where we now have 17 moves to clear out 45 toffee swirls, 32 frosting, and 15 of the licorice swirls. And this is a special dedication to Carrie, who has let me know that the changes have her stuck. So if we can clear this out, we've got some stripes coming, and we need to get this cleared so we can get some licorice coming. But once the licorice shows up, of course, it's going to get in our way. We've got a block of 9 here, so if it streams out, we can get 9. Then if we remove it, we can get another 9, that's 18. But we would have to really clear it out. I don't know which one is going to be the most difficult for me to go for. I'm going to start up a little bit higher. Oh, I didn't even notice the portals, had no idea this was going to be coming to attack us. So that's a whole new animal now because we're going to get flooded in here. But look at this. We've got some stripes we can deploy here now. So now I bounce back and forth between these two areas. I want to be able to make moves that clear things out. I won't always be able to. Alright, so now I'm going to work down here. I'm starting to get a little bit itchy now about the fact that I don't have any of the licorice coming through. Let's do a double swipe on that because that gets us 2 layers gone. Oh, and then let's just make a color bomb. It's going to take out a color. It's going to be the most prevalent color. It will do some damage for us. We don't know what yet because we don't get to control which color it removes. Now we've got wrapped coming through, but I need to focus here, I think. I need to get these licorice showing up. Because when I take out licorice, no new licorice forms. When I leave the licorice alone, that's when licorice shows up. So if I take that licorice out, I'm not going to get any new stuff showing. I'm going to hold off just a bit. And now, oh, see, I have to make moves over here. I shouldn't have held off. I should have taken that out and kind of drained the swamp here of all of the bad stuff so that I could make moves under here and get that licorice. I needed absolutely everything, but I learned so much about this board. So now let's try it again with that knowledge. The toffee seems kind of the easiest because it's just in the way. If you don't get rid of it, you can't get to anything else. I am going to work on trying to get rid of as much frosting as possible, making a nice line here, and realizing that if I make moves over here, these 3 columns are connected to these 3 columns. I can't make moves here and draw things out, but I do need to get rid of that licorice as soon as it shows up so I can clear the way, let it rest, and get more licorice. And I need to keep making moves under here. That's going to be a lot of work on that frosting there. And it's going to be tough because things are going to flood into this area. It's going to be tricky. Hopefully the stripes will help, and hopefully I'll be able to make some good stripe trapped combos or more color bombs. I'm going to pause the recording, be back with a new board. I'll have the microphone turned off until I have something important to share. Okay, now I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get all of this done, but I'm in a fairly decent situation here. And that's because I realized how frustrating this was. I knew I wasn't getting close, and so I realized my initial strategy wasn't working, and I looked to develop others. Firstly, I was trying to make as many hits against the frosting as quickly as possible. I looked for moves that would have me right in close to here, and then what I realized is if I moved out from there and made moves in these columns, I would bring some of the toffee down. And then when I did move close to the frosting, what would happen is I would be able to get both the frosting and the toffee in one shot. And that made a lot more sense. Then, of course, I got some luck, which is always extremely helpful. I want luck as much as possible. And then we have to look at capitalizing on that luck. What I would love to do here is take out some of this licorice first and take out the frosting here and allow a longer path to grow as I make this. But I'm noticing if I do this, a blue sits right here and then another blue comes in. Not going to do it. I'm going to take this right away because if I don't, I lose the opportunity. I don't want to lose that opportunity. It was too good to let it pass by. Now I've already got that frosting gone. And I only have one toffee. I can take out the toffee and a licorice now. Remember that I want to allow the licorice to grow, but sometimes I have to remove it all and start from scratch before I can really make that happen. So now I haven't taken out licorice, and now more licorice shows up. I've got now more than 6 licorice on the board. So now I really need to make punches along here. I've got some wrapped candies that may help eventually. I want to make the best moves. I think this is the best move. I could do this instead. I actually think I will, and then put, then I'll put the blue together, then I'll put the green together. All right, so that's how I beat this level. Yes, there's some luck involved. Whenever you've got a nightmarishly hard level, you're going to have to need some luck. But I'm here to try to convince you that strategy plays just as big a role. I could play and get a lot of luck and still ruin it by playing poorly. You have to understand the strategy and you have to set up the luck. You have to make those opportunities open up. Adjusting your strategy, trying what doesn't, getting rid of what doesn't work and trying new things to see if they work is the best way to go about that. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Oh, and this took between 15 and 20 tries to get it done. Bye-bye.